Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Throwing here, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up third down. Trubisky now to throw on third down. And he's got Miller. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 180. 59. Got one. Check. 20.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Let's get it. Check, check. Eight.
On second down, Cook. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on third down, Newton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line as second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first. Down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Tight right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Now it's Trubisky. Finding room to the 20. Robinson's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Cullen. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult.
Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set 20. Here we go.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Newton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
That's good for the Bears. First down.
180.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I'm coming after you.
On first down, Trubisky. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Give to Cook out of the gun. They find some open field here. A big play there out of Cook. 59 yards for him on the ground. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement. Go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Cam Newton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
20.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Newton. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And back at the 8 now, third and goal. Throwing is Newton. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
At the 45-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Trubisky will throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 10. Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run. Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And an alley to run. 34 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there big time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Double tight. 3 down.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Ready? Under 10. 8.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Newton, 34 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him,
and he's into the clear. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 46 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check 9, check 9.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
That's it. What ain't it? 58's the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 3.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And